We're going to do more conversions here in this video, but what I say here, I say we are crossing the pond because we are doing U.S. customary to metric, and I always just think that you gotta go across the ocean to convert, right? So when I say you gotta jump across the pond, that's what I mean. So when you are seeing this, we still start with, I'm starting with inches, right? 3 inches. I want to change that to centimeters. Well, if I want to get rid of inches, I'm going to put them on the bottom, and I'm going to use my identity ratio that I know, which is 2.54 centimeters is the same as 1 inch. Well, because inches are on the top and inches are on the bottom, my labels cancel out. My two numbers are both in the numerator, so I multiply, and I get 7.62 centimeters. Boom, don't forget your label. 17, I have 36 yards. Okay, we'll start with that. And I want to go to meters. Well, I do know a yards to meter conversion. I know that there are 0.9144 meters in 1 yard. So yards cancels out with yards. I'm left with just meters. They're both in the numerator, so I multiply, and I get 32.9184 meters. Round according to whatever your instructor tells you to. Number 3, 8 quarts to liters. Well, again, I start with what I'm given, which is 8 quarts. I do know a quart to liter conversion. There are 0.9464 liters in 1 quart. So quarts cancels out with quarts. I'm left with liters. Both in the numerator, so I multiply 7.5712 liters. Pounds to kilograms. Ooh, typo. Let's fix that. Fixed. Okay, so we're starting with 110 pounds, and we're going to kilograms. And I know a conversion, 0.4536 kilograms is the same as 1 pound. So pounds cancels out with pounds. I multiply straight across, and 49.896 kilograms. So anytime you want to feel like you did a massive weight loss, just change your pounds into kilograms, and you feel like you lost a ton of weight, right? Sometimes not so healthy. All right, number 20. How many miles will a person run during a 10-kilometer race? Well, I would run no miles or kilometers. I would walk them, but that's beside the point. So if I'm in a 10K race, I know that 1 mile is 1.6093 kilometers, right? And I've got to put the 1.6093 kilometers on the bottom because I need my labels to cancel out kilometers to kilometers. So since this is on the bottom, I'm going to take 10 divided by 1.6093, and I end up with approximately 6.21 miles. We know that as 6.2 miles is how they refer to that 10K. 21. How many liters are in 15 cups? Well, I start with 15 cups, and I don't, when I think about liters, I know that I can go from liters to quarts. That's the pond jumping with liters. Quarts and cups are not the same. So I first need to play in the U.S. customary and say, okay, cups. I got to get rid of cups. Well, I know that 2 cups are 1 pint. Great. So that makes my cups go away. Well, cups is still not quarts. But I know that 2 pints is 1 quart. So that there makes my pints go away. Now my label is quarts. Now I can jump across the pond because I know that 1 quart is 0.9464 liters. So that makes my quarts go away. My label is now liters. So across I take 15 divided by 2 times 0.9464, right? Remember, numbers in the bottom you divide, numbers in the top you multiply. And I end up with 3.549 liters. And number 5. Find the number of centimeters in 5 yards. So I start with 5 yards. Well, I don't have a yards to centimeter conversion. I have a centimeter to inch conversion. So I first need to play, again in U.S. customary, how to get 5 yards into inches. Well, what do you know about yards? I know that 1 yard is 3 feet. Okay, so that makes my yards cancel out. I also know that 1 foot is 12 inches. Okay, that makes my feet go away. Now I'm in inches. Now I can say, okay, now I know that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. And my inches cancel out. All of these numbers are in the numerator, so I multiply across and I get 457.2 centimeters. 23. If you run the bases of a baseball field, you will run 240 feet. How many kilometers is this? Well, you're starting with 240 feet. That's what you know. You want kilometers. Miles to kilometers. That's the conversion we have. So your first order of business is to say, well, I know that there's 5,280 feet, that's a feet, in 1 mile. So that makes my feet go away, and I'm just left with miles. Now that I have miles, I can use my conversion. My 1 mile is 1.6093 kilometers. That makes my miles go away, and I can go ahead and take 240 divided by 5280 times 1.6093, and I get 0.07315 kilometers. That's how many kilometers you will run if you run around the bases of a baseball field. 24. A teaspoon holds 5 cc's of liquid. How many milliliters of liquid will be in 10 teaspoons? Okay, so I'm starting with 10 teaspoons. They tell me here that 1 teaspoon, that's got to go on the bottom because my labels, holds 5 cc's of liquid. Okay, so now I'm in cc's. Well, according to our formula sheet, 1 cc is 1 milliliter. So the cc's go away. Now I want to be in milliliters. I multiply across, and I get 50 milliliters. And that is your skills practice for US to metric conversions.